A lot of people complaining about the new CBA lately, and one of the biggest criticisms that we're hearing is that it was a boring free agent period, and that is somehow the CBA's fault. And it wasn't even that boring. We saw Kevin Durant, one of the 20 greatest players of all time, get traded. So I don't know what people are complaining about, but to blame this on the new CBA is so weird because people don't hit unrestricted free agency anymore. Star players don't become unrestricted free agents. This isn't the summer of 2010 when it was LeBron and Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade and Amari Stoudemire and Carlos Boozer and all these big all-star names. Doesn't happen anymore. This isn't 2016 when Kevin Durant was an unrestricted free agent. Guys don't do that anymore. Guys sign extensions. They sign extensions and they demand trades later. I mean, just this week, you saw Chet Holmgren, you saw Paulo Banchero, you see all these names signing extensions. That's just how business is done now. And that report that Jokic isn't going to sign his extension, and now people are trying to say, well, maybe he doesn't want to stay in Denver. Nah, man, you're missing the plot. He's not signing an extension because if he has another All-NBA season this year, he's going to get $90 million more on his next extension if he waits till next offseason. So the idea that the CBA is somehow making free agency boring, free agency's been boring for years now. We don't see all-star level players, superstar level players become unrestricted free agents anymore. We haven't in a very long time. So stop blaming the new CBA for it when that's just how business is done now. There's a lot of things to complain about with the new CBA. I think it kind of sucks that it's such a different CBA from what we had before. The rules financially are so much different, and they just threw it on teams. They didn't even give teams, a year or two to prepare. They were just like, look, this is how it is. This is what we're doing. That kind of sucks for teams, but it's making for a more competitive marketplace. You're seeing with the restricted free agents, Josh Giddey, Jonathan Kuminga, Cam Thomas, Quentin Grimes. In the past, those guys just would have got their extensions off the top. Now these teams are looking at it and they're saying, wait, why would we give you $30 million just for putting up some good stats when there's really no leverage that you have to be demanding $30 million? So we're going to see more interesting contracts. Last offseason, we didn't really see that. We saw Franz Wagner get his extension, Scotty Barnes get his max extension, guys who hadn't really earned it yet. This offseason, you're already seeing with Jabari Smith Jr., he signed an extension that wasn't anywhere near the max, and he's a former top 3 pick who's actually been pretty decent. He was pretty good in the playoffs for them. He hasn't lived up to expectations, but still, in the past, he would have got paid a lot more. But now with this new CBA, the Rockets were smarter, and they used their leverage. You saw them use their leverage with Fred VanVleet, too, telling him, you can opt out. This is the number we're going to pay you. We don't think you're getting more on the open market. And he came back on a very reasonable contract. So the CBA is not to blame for a quote unquote boring free agent period or boring trades. And this hasn't even been a boring offseason.